What's up guys, I'm PawsBuild, and in this series we're going to be building a beautiful medieval village in the early access release of the game Manor Lords, whilst also fending off merciless hordes of bandits and raiders. This series has started following the huge update that the devs have already made to the game, so I can't wait to dive in and I hope you enjoy. Welcome back to Pawstown. We have our tavern here now, serving ale to the happy residents of Pawstown. That's technically not a town still, it's still a village, but hopefully today we can fix that. If we can get 3 level 3 plots, we should be able to upgrade to a small town, which is kind of a huge milestone, isn't it, for a town? So we need to do that. To do that, we can, oh wow, we've actually reached all of the requirements in this building already. We just need the materials. So what I'm gonna do is set another family to work at the saw pit, and I'm just going to take the construction reserve down to 10, and hopefully this will get us what we need. We can get some more planks, and then we can upgrade some of these houses that have met the requirements, because those closest to the market I think have pretty much everything they need. And we've got quite a few houses here that could be level 2 as well. How many have we got? We've got 31 level 1 plots, so we should probably have some more level 2s. They don't all need to be here, but definitely these central ones are going to have the best access to the market, so we should probably prioritize the ones in kind of the center of town. Perhaps this plot being like the first this way, and then these vegetable plots can stay level 1, and we'll do the same here. We'll have kind of a system where there's like level 1 housing on the outskirts, then level 2, and then level 3 right in the middle. Something like that. I think it makes the most sense, because I guess that's what would happen in real life anyway, where you get the most, or the wealthiest houses are the ones that are in the what is deemed the best location in town, which here would be the best access to all the resources you want. We've also got a massive marketplace, I'm realizing. There's lots of space for us to grow and develop, so not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. And it looks like our field has been left too fallow. I don't think we actually got any wheat from it. We didn't, because we had a pretty bad harvest. But we've got a couple of families, and I'm hoping that they're going to be able to do this. They're 2% into ploughing. If we need to, we can throw another family on this and see how they go. But when I've done it in the past, I mean, it could have obviously changed with the updates as well, how many families you need, but 2 families is normally enough to do a 2 Morgan size field, so I'm hoping that they're going to be okay. I also love seeing the visualization of the timber when you've got it. Like, it's so cool to see it physically stacked up there, and then they're probably going to go take it away. Yeah, and it's gone from the pile. Like, it's such cool attention to detail. I love it. And it's not very far for them to take it, because then they're just going to work in the saw pit here, sawing those logs into planks for us. And it looks like we've already got a decent amount. So we've got 5 planks. I'm going to let them carry on for a little bit until we've got a slightly better number. And then we could probably upgrade some houses and potentially even build some new ones, because we've got 1 free house at the minute. It's actually this house here, second to closest to town, ironically, that's empty currently. So hopefully we'll get a family that moves in here soon. Okay, I'm going to take a family off of the saw pit, because very quickly we have 37 planks. So I'm going to turn the brewery into a level 3 house. And this also, you can see, requires a bit of money and some roof tiles. So it's quite an expensive thing to purchase. At the minute, we've only got enough for 2 at the minute, just on timber. So we need to be careful with that. It's quite expensive. We're going to have the brewery, and then probably these 2 buildings here are weapons manufacturers we can turn into level 3. And other than that, we need more people to be cutting logs. We've got 35 living space now, and I believe that's because the level 3 houses have space for 2 families to live in, which is actually a really good point, in that we probably don't need to expand the town anymore. We just need to expand the living space, and this is going to do that for us. Got winter approaching. I'm concerned that we've only got 3 months of food. That is slightly concerning, but we are hunting, and perhaps we should get the trapping skill, so we get a passive income of meat. I think we're going to go for this. Let's get trapping. And then the next one along, when we get small town, we could get doubles the amount of meat harvested from hunters, which would be perfect for us. I'd also like to improve all of these houses with some garden features. I'm going to leave 1, 2, 3 that are probably going to be turned into level 2 plots quite soon. And let's get some, they're not really big enough for vegetable gardens, so let's get chicken, goat, and then chicken, goat, chicken. And we can get some more food through the chicken eggs, can't we? Seeing as we've got quite a lot of money as well, we might as well just make all, these 3, we'll make them all chickens. Because we could do with a little bit of extra food. And then we can always just upgrade them if we have other needs for them later. And we finished our first level 3 house. We've got the brewery, look at that. So now this will support 2 families. So you can see that's why we've got the 35 living space. And should we have a look inside? I think we can go inside these. Although we should expect glitches, it says. I believe we can walk inside. Can we? Yes, we can. I thought it was just going to be a void for a second. But no, there's someone in here. There we go. So you can kind of see inside. It doesn't work super well. There's a lot of void there. It's not really easy to control. But in the future, that's going to be very cool. I'm very excited for that feature to continue to develop. And look, it's cool being in the garden as well with the brewery. It's where they're making their ale. And then in the market too. Nah, this game is beautiful. I do like just walking around. Like, look at that. Look at the water on the mud and everything. Like, the detail there is pretty cool. Seeing as we have a lot of money, I'm going to go on to trade and perhaps open up a trade route of a food that we don't have. So I'm looking at what's cheap. Apples and honey are very cheap. Meat's super cheap. And then we've got eggs and vegetables. I'm wondering, because we can get another food type if we can just trade for one of them. So maybe we should trade for honey, and then we can have another source of food. So if we spend 90 here to establish a trade route, then we can trade until we have, let's say, 25 again, 25 honey. And we could even do the same with apples, though you can see that the more trade routes you establish, the more expensive they all become. Let's leave it at that though, and we can try and purchase some honey, and then that'll be another food type that can be sold in town, and it should help a little bit with our food situation too. The other thing that would probably be a good idea is to set up trade for some wheat, because we're going to struggle to grow lots of wheat in our town. And if we have a look at our fertility, like we've got a small farm over here that's using some of the wheat fertility we have, but it's not great. So it's probably a better idea to import some as well, just so we can have a constant supply of food. So I'm going to assign another family to work here, because I think that will help. Oh, you see, we've already got 7 honey, so that's probably helping too. And then let's establish a trade route for wheat. We're going to import wheat until we have 25. Because we've definitely got the money for this kind of stuff. We've got lots of wealth, and we're selling lots of stuff too. I think if we pause the game, we've got how many wooden parts? Right, export. We don't want any, so we'll be selling as many as we've made. What about the shield? We only want 20, so yeah, we can sell a lot of these. And I believe we're making roof tiles still. Right, export. Let's just keep a surplus of 20. Because we are going to need that, or perhaps we should actually do, let's do a surplus of 40, because we are going to use some of them. But the rest of them we can just sell. So I think more traders here is going to help us to sell more of our goods. And perhaps we should even consider getting a horse. I believe that horses improve the speed and the carrying capacity of our traders. So if we build ourselves a small hitching post just outside of our trade building, our trading post, if we set this on high priority, then hopefully they'll build that soon, and then we can get our first horse, which would be very cool. There we go, we've got our hitching post. Let's now order a horse, and we should be able to assign a family to it. Although I don't think we actually need to. I'm going to order a horse, but I don't think we need to assign a family to look after it, because it's going to be on permanent assignment here on the trading post. So I'm assuming that people here will just use the horse and know what to do. And you can see we're getting some wheat in, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so we've got those underway. Let's build the other farm buildings we wanted for when we do have wheat. So we haven't built this yet. Once you have wheat, in order to turn it into food, you're going to need the windmill, and this is going to turn grain into flour. Now, ideally, we'll put this in a place with high efficiency, and it's got very high efficiency over here. I'm just concerned at how far away it is. We could also have it closer to our town. In fact, this is a pretty good spot opposite the trade house, because all of the wheat is going to be stored in the large granary. This is one of the crops that we're allowing here. So everything will eventually come here and then be distributed elsewhere. So I think it might be worthwhile putting the windmill a bit further into town, and it's still not too far from our granary. I think it definitely makes more sense to put it here, even though it's slightly away from the farm, and you traditionally think of the windmill as being right by the farm. There's quite a lot of trees and stuff by our actual farm, and I don't want to rip down the whole forest just to build a windmill. So let's do that, and let's also put a communal oven in, and this will turn the flour that we make in the windmill into bread. And bread can actually be eaten, so this is what we're after here. I'm going to put the communal oven next door and let them build in, and hopefully after these guys build in, we'll have a way to make some more food for our town. There we go. We've built both of our buildings. Let's assign one of our families to the windmill. It started moving. How cool is that? And then we're going to have another family working at the communal oven. Now, we are going to have to lose them from somewhere. I'm trying to think where the best place is for that. To be honest, we've got quite a lot of people making the roof tiles that we just don't need right now. We've got so many. So I'm going to take a family off of the clay furnace and take one off the mining pit. I don't think we've got anyone on the stonecutters camp or this mining pit. No. So we can leave the storehouse worker here to just carry the goods and, you know, take them wherever they need to go. Just make sure that's all fine. But we've now freed up a couple of families. So I'm going to put one of them on the communal oven. And this should generate quite a lot of food for us now, because we're going to turn the flour, or the wheat into flour and the flour into bread. And look, we've got a beautiful boy arrive. Veet, our horse. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to put on advanced on the trading post. I'm going to assign a livestock worker, and this livestock worker is Veet. So now we've got a horse here. I'm very tempted just to get another one as well. I'm going to get another horse, and we can have two workers. We've got two families here, so let's have two workers. We just need to upgrade this to a stable. So we'll put this on very high priority to get that built, and then we'll have a stable that can support two horses. Now, one thing I didn't really consider when I chose the brewery to upgrade is that the people living in this house are going to work in the brewery. So we've now got two brewers, which is fine. Like, that's absolutely fine. But we may want to pick a house that doesn't have a function right now to be our other houses, to be level 3, to get more people in that can do different roles. Otherwise, if we put them in our weapons house, we're going to have two blacksmiths and two joiners, which I don't really think we need. We've got so many from what we've already got here. I think it might be a bit excessive to have even more of the weapon makers. And now we've got our small stable built. You can see we've got capacity for 2 horses, so it'll be absolutely fine. You can see that Veet's now carrying a rider, and if we look at the families, Peter is trading and he's not here. So I think he's gone off map to go and trade our goods elsewhere, which will massively improve how often we trade, I believe. So that's definitely a good thing. And when we have a second horse, we can do that even more, because we'll have 2 families with 2 horses. That'll be a lot of trade for us, hopefully. But because we can't click on anymore, and you can see if we click on people, there are 6 people who work here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in our town. that have been identified here. So the 6th one is off map. So good luck, Peter. He and Veets have gone for a little bit of an adventure. Now, luckily, our food is going back up, which is great to see. We've got 9 bread, 4 honey, and 12 meat. Our berries should come back very soon as well. And our animals are still doing good. We've got 2 people working at the hunting camp, and we're still absolutely fine. So I think we'll just leave them on year round. The population's never getting too low, and we've got trapping now, so we're going to get even more meat from our deer over there. Now, I believe I did see a bandit camp pop up. So yeah, there's one always in the farthest corners, aren't they? Let's grab our knights, Husseini, and send them out over here. I believe this is probably the quickest route. Let's rally them over here. And Herman's bravest can go and save us from the bandits. For now, though, let's let our town carry on. We're recruiting quite a lot of planks and timber. I want some of these houses to be level 2, so I think I'm going to turn this one on the end to a level 2. I'm also going to convert this house to level 2, and that's probably good for now. We will go down the route. This one, the requirements aren't met, which isn't good. Oh, it's not really got much food availability. Yeah, that's the problem at the minute, is we've not got great food supply. But that will improve as we have more food, because we can also have more people working at the granary at that point. The windmill's producing flour, though, and the communal oven's producing a lot of bread. So everyone is happy, and that should be fine. It looks like our money's kind of fine, too, because we've got lots to sell. I know we're buying some food, but we have a lot to sell. And once we get the benefit from one of these fields, we'll have a lot of wheat to show for it. So hopefully they'll be working on this field this season. I saw them ploughing it before. So, although you can't see in the snow, I believe it's ploughed. It's probably just waiting to be planted, or at least it's part ploughed. Look at our guys, this poor one on the end, bless him. All but he have upgraded their armor to be very, very intimidating. They've got the upgraded armor. I think it's him, isn't it? That hasn't. Yeah, because this one's got the helmet. There's just one poor, sad man. And we even have the money for it now. Oh, bless him. We're going to send him to battle without it. Oh, we did make them run. That's annoying. Okay, well, we'll walk them over, and then we'll let them heal up before they go into battle. Let's just park them over here. Let's have them line up nicely there. They can walk over and then just rest up a bit before they go to the fight. Looks like we've got a burgage plot here. It's about to be upgraded as well. That'll be good to get some level 2 buildings. Got a couple of them here. Get a little bit more income once we have these up as well. So that's one of them. And the second one building in now. I love how they take away the planks as well. It's really cool. Like they deconstruct the original building and then they build in the second one. It's very, very cool. Okay, both of them are up and running. That's 2 more level 2 plots, which is 2 more regional wealth every month. And our fuel is looking really good. We've got 9 months of fuel, so definitely good to have that second family working there. We just need a bit more food. And this is where crops would normally come in very handy. However, we didn't have a very successful harvest. Thankfully, we do have a very successful army, and these guys are at 95% efficiency now. So let's send them forth to fight the bandits. This is close enough to flat terrain. Let's take them. I think we'll draw them out if we move to there. Let's just slowly walk our guys over. And we'll draw them out. We'll wait for them to come after us. You can see them over there. There's a trader as well, I think, here. Yeah, look at them. Strolling through the snow. And our enemies up ahead. They don't know what's about to come for them. They're just squabbling. Herman's wrath shall be felt. Let's move our men up. And then we can let them come to us. Look at our guys in the shimmering armor we've got. Brand new. I don't think these bandits really stand a chance, to be honest. We're very heavily armored compared to them. And there's 24 of us and 16 of them. So I would be surprised if they even get one of our guys. I would genuinely be really shocked. Yeah, they've already broken. Not a chance. And we've made short work of them. Now let's go claim our reward from the bandit camp and keep the money. Then when they're back, we'll make sure we give our last guy his armor. Bless him. It's like a rite of passage. He's the only one without one. Do feel a bit bad. Let's give our wealth to the nearest town as well. We don't really need this in our treasury because there's not really much more to get at this point with our treasury. Until we have a second town, that's kind of all we want. So let's walk our guys home. They're a bit tired, so let's just walk them to the nearest point. It looks like everyone is harvesting the vegetable plots over here, which is why our farmers aren't working on the field. I thought they would have been plowing the field, but it looks like they've been plowing and harvesting their vegetable patches, just taking away from their efficiency doing their main job. But this is also food for us, so I can't be too annoyed. So March is clearly where we get most of our vegetables come in, and then September is when we get our fields, which is pretty good actually. That spaces everything out quite nicely for us. I imagine there's less work for them to do in March as well, which is probably why. I am very concerned though, because yet again, it doesn't look like they've actually done this field. So I'm a bit concerned. I'm going to put another family on the farmhouse and see if we can get some more people to actually do the job, because I want the crops to have a long time to grow, and I think they're supposed to put them in the autumn. They're supposed to harvest, plow, and sow crops. And I don't think they've actually sown this. This just looks like fallow to me. Yeah, they need to plow it. So we're going to be behind again this year. We're starting in March. But hopefully with three families, it looks like they're going for it now. 3 families, we have a much better chance of being successful with that and getting a better harvest this year. I also don't think we purchased a horse before because we didn't have the capacity for it. Because it says that we have 3 of 4 space and only 1 horse. So I think if we purchase another horse, we should have them arrive very shortly, and they should populate this space here. At the end of the day, no one's populated it, and the other stable we have over here is filled 2 of 2 with both of our ox. So I'm pretty sure it's just the case that we haven't had we didn't actually place the order, and now we'll have a trader come along very soon and bring a new horse with us, which would be perfect, because then we can have 2 horses on the trade house instead of just 1. And trading seems to be going very well, looking at that. Those horses have really helped us there. I'm going to disband our retinue. But look at that. I think we're getting a lot of wealth from our the things we're exporting now. Wow. Yeah, we've managed to sell all of the roof tiles. That's amazing. You can obviously sell a lot more if you send people out rather than waiting for traders to come to you. Because, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that you go and set up your own store. People will come to you. You know, you go to different towns and sell it to different people rather than just one trader coming along and you say, hey, do you want 500 roof tiles? And they go, I'll take 6, but that's it. And then you don't manage to shift much of your goods to sell. Whereas if you bring all your roof tiles with you, you can sell them town to town and get rid of all of them. So I guess that's how it works, which is it's a realistic system. That makes sense. I think we might have, yes, this is Thomas, our second horse. Perfect. Look at him. What a beautiful boy. So now we've got Thomas and Veet. Look at Thomas. He's outstanding, isn't he? Now let's assign him in the advanced tab to the trade building as well. And now we've got the maximum of 2 horses assigned. One of our trading family can pick him up and use him to help transport and trade in another town. And it looks like Peter is stocking up. He's picked up Thomas and he's gonna stock up with his car and then head off. That's really cool. Off he goes. He's going to walk, I believe, along this King's Road to the trade point out here and then off into a distant land. Goodbye, Peter and Thomas. Have fun on your travels. We wish you all the best. And speaking of the best, it looks like we've got 7 months of food now, which is perfect. Look at all that food coming in. We've got so many vegetables and quite a lot of bread, actually. So that's pretty good. Plus, our berry deposits are back. So what I'm going to do is on the trading post, I'm going to stop. Oh, an enemy unit. I'm going to pause. An enemy unit's been spotted. We've got raiders. Oh, no. Well, this isn't good. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, I'm going to finish the trading thought I was going to say was I've stopped trading for wheat because I think we'll be able to get some from our farm next time. And it looks like we're doing pretty well for food otherwise. And we're just about to have a berry season. So we can definitely spare some people and throw them onto that instead. But the priority is going to soon be that we have 3 sets of brigands incoming. And we need to arm ourselves and be ready. We've got almost 2 full spear and shield militia units and our retinue. So I'm not too worried because I feel like we can take them. But I would like to have as few casualties as possible. I'm going to let them get a bit closer. But I do want to form up in a reasonable position. I don't want to be fighting in our town. Ideally, this would be a great spot on the hill here. This might be the spot where we choose to fight them. I'm going to let them get a little bit closer. And just let everyone carry on with life as normal. And then we'll form up everyone on this hill. In fact, let's form the retinue up because they've got nothing better to do anyway. Let's form them up without running. And then maybe when they get to here, we'll form up our others as well. Okay, let's form up both of our spear militia units here too. Look at our units all formed up. Don't they look cool? Okay, right. So this is definitely the hill we want to fight them on. It's very steep and I can see them over here. So let's put our retinue front and center. We want them to be the priority targets here. Let's have them line up in rows of 2s. And then I think we'll have our spear militia come on the side. They can probably be in groups of 3s. I would rather they have the extra protection. Let's form up like that. I have a slightly thinner line at the front, but we're just kind of presenting a wall of units to them. And we'll let them come for us here. Perhaps move these guys forward so they're not in the bush. There we go. But they are going to come for us, but we're going to be on a hill. So I'm going to let them come towards us. This is quite an invasion force compared to last time. It's triple the amount of units we saw before. So it is going to be a bit of a spicy fight compared to what we've been used to. But I think we can handle it. I think we've got a good force going for us. And we're going to do a really good job with this. I'm concerned that they're going to burn some of our buildings on the way. But I think they can see us and they're going straight for the fight. Yeah, now they've split up into 2 groups, so we need to be mindful of that. You can see our line of warriors ready to defend. We've got 2 over here and 1 over here. They're probably going to try and flank with that one, so we just need to make sure that this unit is ready for a flank if need be. Can just turn slightly to be on its side there. And then these 2 are still ready to fight over here. Yeah, this one's moving around. Going to try and sweep around the back, but that's fine. We're protected. We know what we're doing. Now they're coming uphill. Let's see if we can take them. I'm going to put our militia units to be on stand their ground because I think that our retinue is going to break them. Oh, they've been sneaky with how they've done this. Okay, we'll fight them here. I want to be very careful because really we want to pull this militia unit back. Yeah, because they're coming over here. So if we run them over here, we can fight this other unit with more numbers. That's very sneaky. They did a good job there. Okay, we've broken these guys. Let's move our retinue over here and then charge them from the back. Charge! And we can push forward with these guys. Come on. Yeah, I think they're breaking. We've definitely lost at least 1 person here, but I don't think that's too bad considering the amount that are fighting. Pushing everyone together, we're closing in on them. Yeah, we've won. Nice. Well done, everyone. That's very good. Right, I'm going to disband everyone and let them go home. I think we've lost a villager or 2, though, so we do need to be aware of that. I think we have a family. We don't have a family working in the church. Okay, that might be worth doing because we've quite a lot of bodies here, and we do need someone working in the corpse pit as well. So what I'm going to do is, I know we've got a couple of foresters right now. I'm going to take 1 family off of the forest there and 1 off the family there, off the forester there, and then put 1 in the church and 1 in the corpse pit. We also need to prioritize berry collection. So I'm wondering who to take off. We've still got wheat, so we do want the windmill and the oven to carry on. But we can probably live without the saw pit for a little bit. So let's take someone off there. And then we can put at least one family to gather berries, which would be very helpful for us. Again, over here, I don't really think we need this saw house now. They've done all they need to with storing. We will need all of this again to make more money. But for now, let's just prioritize food. And when we get a few more families in, we can start making money with our roof tiles again. But we survived a raid. That's very good. I'm really happy our little town's still here. That was a big raid as well. It was 3 brigands. We didn't even have to hire any mercenaries, which we could have done. But the problem is, when you hire mercenaries, they're not going to arrive somewhere close usually. So like Envive and Walbrand, I don't know where these areas are. It could be one right next to us. But no, see, they would come in... Where is Walbrand? They come in the middle. I think they probably come from this side and walk to the middle as well. And these guys were coming over here, so there's no guarantee that they'll even make it in time. We do now have an excess of shields. Like, these are the spare ones. So we've got 47 and 11 extras. Now, some of them we do need. We need 1, 2, 3. We need 3 shields and 3 spears that haven't been used yet because we just don't have the recruits for them. But that's quite a lot. So I'm going to set the joiner to make something other than shields. I'm going to put them back on the wooden parts, and then we can start selling the wooden parts as well in our trading post, because I think that's quite a lot of shields to try and shift, isn't it? And so that might be a bit of an ask over there. So they can sell the wooden parts as well. Now our food and fuel are a bit more under control. Let's have a look at upgrading some of our buildings again. I think this is a great candidate for a level 3 house here. So I'm going to upgrade this. This will also give us an extra house without a job already attached to it. And I think I might do the same with the one next door to it. Morning days. Oh, they lost someone. Oh, I think they lost a... oh, I hope that wasn't the sun. I'm going to say they lost the sun. That may be how it works in this game, but maybe it was the sun that was the one that passed away. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, okay. Let's upgrade this house as well to level 3. We've got 2 to level 3, and I believe that will meet our requirements of 3 houses there. Now, we should probably do with another level 2 house, and I think this is probably a good candidate. We just don't have the timber for it. That's understandable. Well, we'll let these progress and let everyone build in these upgrades. We've got space for 37 families once we build these, so we can have 2 more families than we have. And I believe the people who live in these houses are the ones who built them. I don't think it's your construction families, although I imagine they will help. Once we're done with burying everyone though, we'll take a family off of the corpse pit and have them around for construction. I think it might be worth leaving a family on the small stone church though, just to have someone there. And look, we've got a few little, I think these are the little graves from the people that have passed from our town as well, which is quite cute. Is there another one back here? Oh no, it's some grass. Yeah, these are being built in, so I think the families that live there do this. But I'm not sure. It could just be that we've got the materials there for them. Either way, it'll be fine. We can just get those families in at the end to finish construction. And we've got 9 timber, which means we can afford this house to upgrade to level 2. We'll then have 27 level 1 houses, 10 level 2, and 3 level 3s. Yeah, these are building in. Look at these. Perfect. Can watch this build in. There we go. We've got these. We've got the extra 2 houses, and we've just upgraded to a small town. So we've got a new development point. Perfect. That's very, very cool. And we should have the level 2 house here as well. Yeah, we've got another level 2. And I've just realized how this works as well, as that it's level 1 or higher. So we have 31 level 1 or higher, 12 level 2 or higher, and 3 level 3 or higher. So if you go from a level 2 to a level 3, it doesn't take a number away from the level 2 building. It just means that a level 3 building is still a level 2 or higher building. I guess if you just had 10 level 3 houses, you would be able to meet all 3 of these requirements, because you'd still have a level 1 house, which is cool because it means that you can keep the town small but effective and basically build up all of your houses to the highest level rather than like having to keep some of them as level 1. So there's definitely an argument to be made to increase more of our guys up to level 2 housing rather than level 1. Everyone's much happier now. We've got a better handle on our food, and we've got lots of types of food. Look at all of that. That's amazing. Yeah, I think it may be worth us upgrading a few more houses to level 2 and to level 3. I'm going to upgrade this house here and this one next to it. And then I'm also going to come over here and upgrade some of these here. Oh, we don't have the timber. Okay, we will wait for the people to move in and to get more timber. We can assign some more families to logging if we need. But now we're officially a town. How cool is that? We're a small town properly. Pawstown is a town. It's only taken this long. Now, how's our wheat field doing? Because I am concerned about this one. I'm not going to lie to you. It's 11% grown, and it's July. We've got August, September. We might be okay. It'll be more grown than the other. It's estimating we're not going to produce anything in 54 days. That's not good. So it's 53 days to harvest. I didn't see this before. I think this is a really obvious thing I missed. But watching it count down was helpful for me. So we've got 50 days. I don't think anything's going to be grown, which means that this is going to be a bit of a failure, annoyingly. We can't have 2 failed harvests. Now we've got a free family, finally. I think we'll leave 1 family on the berry deposit. It's probably a good shout to get... 3 families should be enough for this, I'm sure. It looks like we need a bit more space in the granary. So I'm going to put another family on the granary to help with the market store, and that will help with the distribution of all of our food. And we are up to 9 months of food and over a year of fuel. So that's actually doing really well. The fuel's in a great place. And yeah, the food is getting there. It's definitely getting there. I would just like a good harvest to come off. And it looks like we're just missing it every time. But they're going to harvest in 30... This is August already. They're going to harvest in 30 days. And we'll just get nothing if we need to. But it is what it is. I think the reason we couldn't force an early harvest before was because it was already the month of the harvest. Like, they will harvest at this time. And we were within that point. If the pantry's full, we need more people from the granary to do their job. It's only across the road. Just take it to there. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, we've got some bandits as well. Right, let's get our retinue up and running. We've got 2 full units now of militia. That's perfect. Right, let's form up our retinue. Oh, at least they're in a convenient place this time. That's not too far. There's only 1 of them as well. Right, let's take them. Let's form you guys up here. Annoyingly, we are probably going to have to pick up the bodies from this one. I'm also going to take them off of run. I'm going to remember to do that this time. But they're going to die on our land, which is really annoying. So I'll leave someone on the corpse. I tell you what, I'm going to take someone off the corpse pit because you don't need that many people on it. And then we can... we've still got someone on the church that can move the bodies. I'm not expecting any of our people to go, to be honest. So I'm not too worried. And here they are. Let's go for them. Going to go on balanced for now. Let them come to us. Now we're going to take them. We've got a work area that's empty as well. We need to check that out. So let's fast forward and our assured victory. There we go. They didn't stand a chance. Right, let's take out the camp. Can run them over to that. What is empty? Oh, the forest is hut. Yeah, okay. Can never find it as well. There it is. Let's take the 2 people that were on this. I didn't realize there were 2 on there. Right, that's freed up quite a lot of work space. So now we've got 10 months of food. Wow, those berries are very useful. We've got so much meat as well. And we could do... I think we should do advanced skinning to double the amount of meat harvested by hunters. I think that's going to help us massively. And we can do the same from the... I don't know if we need the extra hides, but the doubling the meat would be perfect. That's a huge food source for us. So if we doubled that before, then we'd now have 140 meat instead of 70. So definitely will be worth it. Let's send the money to the nearest town. I don't think we upgraded our soldier, did we either? Right, let's run you guys back in. Come on. Oh, you can't run because you're too tired. Walk in and I'll disband you. And I will give our last soldier his proper armor. I feel so bad. Here he is. Like, everyone else has nice armor, and he's stuck with his old stuff. There you go. Linhart. Eats more than anyone else, often leaving nothing for his comrades. Well, that's probably why they didn't give you the armor. You're the last one to get armor. There we go. We'll close that. We've got a fully armored retinue now. They are fully armed to the teeth. And it looks like our tavern's doing a pretty good job. We're well stocked with ale. It's probably because we've got 2 people on the brewery, but that's perfect. Got a good supply of ale in this town. You definitely don't want to be in low stock of ale, I can tell you that from my short experience of running this town. Running out of ale is not an option. Now let's get another family back on the saw pit so we can get some more planks. And then I also think let's get this mining pit back up and running. Let's have one on here, one on the clay furnace, and one on the storehouse so we can keep our money coming in. Because these are the money makers in the storehouse right here. We've got a load of roof tiles. Now these will eventually decrease in value if we overstock them. So we should actually have a look at that. It looks like we're absolutely fine. But if we export loads of roof tiles, they're eventually just going to go down in price because there's going to be such a huge supply of them in the surrounding towns that they're not really worth as much as is demanded supply in real life. So we need to keep an eye on that. But for now, we're absolutely fine. It looks like we've got plenty of barley as well. I'm actually just going to turn this down to 20. I think 25 maybe have been overzealous. And I'll do 20 honey as well. I don't think we need to buy too much food. It does cost 8. So I think that's gone up as well from what it was. Or I was looking at the wrong side. I think I was looking at the export price, not the import price before. But anyway, it's only 8. We've got definitely enough money for that. And we are making other things that compensate for that anyway. Now we've got a very healthy militia here. We've got 2 full units of spears and large shields. So we've got 2 spear militia and our retinue. If we have another unit, because we've got an extra couple of recruits, I think we should go for archers next, because ideally that's what our militia would be anyway. I don't really want them on the front lines fighting if we don't have to have them there. So let's have a look at what that would look like. We could potentially even just have 1 spear unit, 1 retinue, and then 2 archers or something. But in order to do that, we need to either buy bows or we need to make them. And I think, seeing as we've got our joiner's shop and our blacksmith right here, let's turn this into a little weapons corner and turn this burgage plot into a Fletcher. Oh, we don't quite have the materials. We need 4 planks and we've got 3. Let's just let that fast forward, and I think we'll have our 4th very soon. Though if we do that, we are going to lose a family from our workforce, and I think it's actually probably more productive that we build some housing and increase our town before we do that. So let's... Oh, I'm wondering where to put everyone, because I want them to have good access to this market. Ideally, we'd have a road that ran through here. And this is the cobbler's shop. I'm wondering whether we destroy the cobbler's shop that bends around the well and have a little route through here to the market, or whether we just let's not do that. Let's just leave everything as it is. Let's put some houses next to the tavern here, and I think these should have some long gardens again, so we can build some more vegetable plots in here. Another 4 houses there. That seems good to me. Let's build them in. And we're going to need a family for construction. So I'm going to take the family off of the small church for now, just to build these in. And it looks like with our approval, we'll very soon get more families in to replace them. And then we can get a family working at the church again. And then we can get another family working at the church again very soon. It's September as well. And I don't know. Well, wheat looks a little bit better. It's in 28%. Yield is 85. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That could have been worse. I think they're going to harvest it this month. I think they'll be harvesting it. Yeah, they're harvesting it now. That's not so bad. It obviously would have been a lot better. Oh no, the yield has gone up. I'm not quite sure how much we're getting from that. Let's see what it does, because they will move it back to the farmhouse. That's 1 there. I don't know how much we have left. It seems to give a different answer. I don't know what the estimated yield is going to be on this. But it looks like we're getting some wheat from it anyway. So we'll see what they come back with. But we know we're producing some, and we may actually need to start buying it again. I'm going to just put ourselves... This is the last year where we'll import wheat until we have 20. We just bought 25 there. Let's just import it. And in the next year, we should be absolutely fine, because this is fallow. Everyone knows what they're doing. They're going to start straight away, and they've got 3 families to do this field. We could even bump that up to 4 if we need to. Also looks like we're building in these houses, so let's watch the rest of them build in. Awesome, cool. We've got 4 new houses. We've got plenty of living space now. People can start moving in, and a new family's already moved in, so that's brilliant. We've got 2 free families. Let's whack one back on the church to replace the one we just had, and perhaps even let's just build in even more housing along here. I'll cut it short though because I don't want it to go right next to the woodcutter's lodge. Let's have them have gardens like that, and then the last one could probably be a 1.5 house that will turn into 2 families. When the woodcutter has been moved. Let's relocate that at some point. But there's another few plots there that they can build in. And, oh, look, a beautiful day. Let's enjoy the relaxing scenes of watching these houses be built in our beautiful little town of Pawstown. And there we are, all built in. Got loads of housing now. Look at our town, it's really shaping up now, isn't it? Oh, I think it's so cool. And when they start to move in, I think this one has people in it, because you can see, yeah, you can see the smoke coming out the top from the fire. Let's give this a vegetable patch garden. Oh, this one also has a family now. Let's add a vegetable patch to this garden. What about this one? No, I think that's it. You can also hold the tab icon and you can see if there are people in the house or not. Obviously the red 0 means there aren't any people there. So most of the town is populated now. These are the empty houses. As they come in, we'll add the vegetable gardens to them. But for now, that's probably absolutely fine. I think these guys are doing a pretty decent job as well, working on this. They've already started. I'm gonna throw 4 families on the farmhouse. I think it might be excessive, but let's just let them have a go with these fields. It just seems... No, I tell you what, I'm going to take 1 off because we don't need them that badly. We can always just buy the crops. The 3 families should be sufficient to harvest that field. So we'll let them have at it and see what happens in the next year because we've not been super successful with our crops so far. And hopefully now we're able to build our Fletcher. We are. So you can see this is going to take a job away from our unassigned. But this will now produce war bows for us. I'm going to put this on high priority. Let's get this built and get some bows constructed for our town. And then we've got our next form of militia. These raiders are never going to stand a chance. And we finished the Fletcher shop in the garden. And it just looks like a normal... They've got a couple of work sheds in the back. That's pretty normal. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, just some sheds. Nothing too crazy inside. But this is our little weapons manufacturing unit here with a blacksmith in the middle. I think it's so cool. And it's right next to the market as well. So easy to put in the large storehouse, ready for sale. We should probably have another family working here as well. I'm going to throw another family to the large storehouse because logistics are what makes these games run. And we do not have enough people on the logistics in this. We've got 2 families on the trade post, which is probably okay. We've got 3 on the granary, which again is probably okay. And then 3 on the large storehouse. We only need 1 on the storehouse down here because it's not doing too much. But ideally, we'd get more families working on those because it basically just means, you know, we'll be producing the goods. We've got 9 months of food here, but it may not be that everyone's getting everything. You know, everyone might not be getting all the things that they need because we haven't got enough logistics. And I don't know, it's just me talking about it that's put everything up very high. But the more people you have in that stuff, the easier it is to just get all of your resources into the hands of your villagers and keep everyone happy. For now though, I think we have quite a happy town, and these beautiful autumn colours are a great way to end the video. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you in the next one.